Good morning and welcome to Muscle Maintenance with In Shape Fitness. I'm Coach Kim and I will be your trainer today for July the 2nd. It is a Tuesday, but it is a short week here at In Shape, so we are doing a level 3 difficulty workout, and that means we are kicking things up a little bit more significantly from yesterday's workout, the fundamentals that we learned yesterday. I'm going to give you some options for the moves that we do today in terms of making things harder from yesterday. Either way, though, we're standing up super tall. Do a postural systems check with me, making sure that your ears are over your shoulders. Your chest is lifting with your breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Squeeze those tummy muscles, tuck in your tailbone, and march in place for 30 seconds. Go ahead and get started with that. We do 2 warm-up moves and then 2 sets of 6 moves. The first set is instructional. The second set is the flow set. I feel a little more aware and alert today. I think I fumbled a ton of words yesterday, so thank you for joining me again today, knowing that I might end up being so tired that things get a little muddled for me. So go ahead and march in place for a couple more seconds, and we're going to do some arm circles and some butt kicks at the same time. 3 more seconds. Very good. Okay, now start kicking those heels up. Sort of plant your feet a little wider now. Kick those heels up towards your butt and stick your arms out to the sides, making shoulder, sort of a circle through the shoulder joint, right? And really stretch out. Try to elongate the arm. Move with complete control. You don't want noodles for arms, wet noodles. You really want to focus on opening up your back and your chest, warming up your shoulders. Excellent. Keep breathing. Keep the tummy muscles engaged. And let's go for another 5 or so seconds. Okay, so the first move that we're going to do today is the graduation from yesterday's high knee march. And it was a very slow high knee march where you had to sustain your balance on one leg a bit longer than sort of the march in place that we do for warming up. All right, today what you're going to do is something called a toy soldier kick. And what we're trying to do is build on the idea of the sustained stability on one leg, working on one leg. But in this case, you're going to keep the leg completely straight and then lift up, kick up. But it's not so much that you need to kick because you don't want to bend your knee. You want to lift up, keep your foot flexed that's being lifted so that you feel the back of the leg, the hamstring, it's engaged. Okay, so a toy soldier kick. Just think about what a toy soldier does. It kicks straight up because it can't bend its knees. Let's go ahead and get started. Time starts now. This is good. It's not super aerobic. We're going to do that in the next move. But this is a really good move in terms of exercising those hips and once again focusing on that stability that you have to maintain on the leg that is not being lifted. So that's partly sort of more than 50% of the reason why we do these types of things, because you have to work the legs independent of one another. It's very different from, say, the repetitive motion that you sustain when you're running, jogging, or perhaps cycling even, where you're just doing the same thing. It's a very sort of a micro movement, and it's going, the same thing is happening over and over and over again. This is a fairly significant movement. It takes a lot of energy, and it's really, really good in terms of flexibility of the hamstring, your control, and that stability component. Okay, you're all set with that. Now you're going to do squat jumps. I know, these are really hard, and I'm just taking you up from that modified sort of slightly sort of standard squat that we did yesterday. Depending on how what your ability level is, how capable you are of doing an actual squat. If you can do the squat with the hop at the top, that's where we want to be. Get that heart rate up. All right, so plant your feet shoulder width apart. Your pinky toes and heels are in line. Sit down and back into your imaginary chair as you inhale. Now, as you start to exhale, you're going to press your heels into the floor and squeeze your glutes. But as you get to the top, you're going to transfer your weight back to the balls of your feet. Explosively lift up off the floor just a little bit, just an inch or two. Then as you land again, go right back into the next squat. All right, time starts now. Very nice. You should do fairly significant number of these, but definitely take your time. Make sure you're doing them right. Remember, you don't want those knees to go past the tips of your toes, and you want to breathe. Keep your tummy muscles engaged. Try not to collapse at your waist. You've got 6 seconds left. Nice. Finish the one that you're on. All right, now stand up almost completely, but not totally. So you want a slight bend in your knees still, with those feet still shoulder width apart. Make fists with your hands. Bring your elbows down towards your rib cage, because remember, you're protecting your rib cage. This is the boxing move. These are called precision boxes. So you're going to pretty slowly, especially in the beginning, you're going to pretend that you're striking someone right in the chest, right in front of you, in the middle of the chest, between their breasts. You want to focus on that center point connection right through the sort of square part of the knuckles, the first position of your knuckles, right? And alternate real slow as one arm comes back, contracts back to the protection of your rib cage, the other is striking that same center point. Time is going. Start moving a little bit faster. Remember, you twist your torso as you strike, as you make that connection with that contact point with your target. Your shoulder is turning probably 30, 40 degrees. Your torso is rotating the entire time. Now move as fast as you can. Strike, 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 strike. Keep that going for another 10 seconds. Good. I'll count you down from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Good. Okay, sit down on the floor for me. Stretch those legs out straight. Put your hands on the floor, just slightly behind your butt with your fingers facing forward. Lift the hips up. This is the inversion plank. Now you're going to do some tricep dips. Bend the elbows. Inhale on the way down, then lift up as you exhale. Time starts now. Pretty simple stuff, but relatively hard. Make sure that you don't use only the heel of your hand for your body weight through your arms. You want to use the entire hand. It's really, it's a nuance that people don't generally pay attention to, but as you think about the efficiency of movement, especially when you only want to use your body weight, you've got to use everything. Anything that's connecting to the floor needs to grip the floor. So pretend maybe that you've got suckers on the ends of your fingertips and along the top portion of your palm, and that you're sucking energy out of the floor in order to make sure that you don't hurt your wrist, because if you put all of your body weight in the heel of your hand, you're going to put pressure on the wrist, and likely your wrist isn't going to be able to handle that. Okay, let's move on to a bent knee crunch. So lay down, put your hands behind your head, lift those feet up in the air, bent at a 90-degree angle. Take a deep breath in, draw the tummy in, the belly button heads toward the spine. Now lift up through the chest, stare at your ceiling. Exhale as you lift up, pause at the top. Inhale on your way back down, feeling and totally taking advantage of that negative resistance. Good. Squeeze all the way up. Focus on that pause as you switch directions. The apex, that point where you have to stop and reverse direction, is so bloody important. You really just have no idea. That is the pinnacle of your each repetition. And when you really nail it, when you own that micro movement, you get so much more of a metabolic boost, because you're forcing gravity out of the equation. It's going to be there. Momentum and gravity are out there. They want to help out, but you don't want to let them. Keep them out. Okay, last move. Turn your body over. Get yourself into push-up position. Yesterday we did push-ups. Today we are doing mountain climbers. Let's finish it off strong here, okay? So you're going to do that forward back jumping with your feet. If you can't do a jumping mountain climber, do the mountain hiker, where you bring in one leg, walk it in, walk it out, then the other knee comes up underneath the chest. Time is going. And these are the mountain climbers. This will end your first set. We'll take a quick break after this, and then you'll be back underway for the second very quick set in about, let's see, we're halfway through, so about 20 more seconds. Good. Last 10 seconds, mountain climbers. Keep your butt down. Keep your tummy muscles engaged. Keep your shoulders directly over your hands. Once again, focus on using those suckers through your fingertips and the top of your palm. And stand on up. You're all set. That was the first set. Great job. Hang with me for another 4 minutes. Let's get through the second set. Toy soldier kick. Ready? Keep those legs straight, hands on your hips or swinging them forward and back. Time starts now. There's no time in between these moves. We are going to bust through them very quickly in order to get you out of here before 15 minutes. And on to your short week. If you're a United States citizen or you're living in the U.S., you have the day off tomorrow, or the day off, on Thursday for the July 4th holiday. But a lot of people have half days tomorrow and Wednesday. 3 seconds longer. Let's do those squat jumps. Ready? Plant the feet shoulder width apart. Down. Time starts now. Inhaling on your way down. Exhale as you lift up. Take that jump at the top. Very good. Keep that going. You exhale as you lift up. You inhale on the way down. Don't let the knees go past the tips of your toes. And stay light on the feet when you get that air. You want to grab the air, and then as you come back down, you land lightly on the balls of your feet, then immediately shift your weight back to the heels. Finish the one that you're on. Keep the legs in that same position. Make those fists with your arms. Let's go to your boxing. Ready? Time starts now. Punch, 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 punch. Remember, you want to make the fist, and you want to make that contact, that target contact is right in the middle, right at chest level, and the elbow that's not on the arm that's not punching, the elbow comes back, it retracts back to a defensive position right at your rib cage. You've got 5 seconds longer. You're doing great. All right, go ahead and sit back down now onto the floor. We're going to finish up last 3 moves. Hands on the floor beside or slightly behind your butt, fingers forward, legs stretched out straight. Lift your butt and hips up into the air, into the inversion plank, and do your tricep dips. Time starts now. Inhale as you bend your elbows. Exhale as you push back up. Using those triceps, the back of the arm, and opening up the chest. This is such an uncomfortable position to be in. This and tabletop, so uncomfortable, but it's worth it. It's worth it to just take these short little focused efforts, and as you get stronger, then you can make the movement a little more significant, and add the challenge level type stuff, add the compound movements and various other things. Okay, coming to a close here soon. Bent knee crunch. All the way down on your back, hands behind your head, feet in the air. Time starts now. Inhale as you lower back down. Exhale as you squeeze, lift the sternum first. Chest comes up, head, shoulders, top of the rib cage. Not quite at 13 and a half minutes. We'll be finishing up just past the 14-minute mark. So we caught up on our time here. We've got a couple more seconds. You're going to turn over and finish strong with those mountain climbers. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn your body over. Get into push-up position. Let's start those mountain climbers. Very nice. Push it out here. Keep the butt down. Your abs will be engaged automatically if your butt is down. If your butt is sticking up in the air, making your body at an, kind of an angle, forming an angle of your body, you're not going to engage the abdominal cavity. But once it's down and you're in that plank position, this is the beauty of the plank. The switch turns on automatically. You have no choice. That's why the mountain climbers are so revered by the industry that in which I work and love those moves. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this level 3 workout on a Tuesday morning in July, and I will see you tomorrow. If you have any questions about these moves, get in touch with me or my team in shape-fitness.com. I am Kim Watkins from InShape Fitness, and I'll see you tomorrow.